Funye, thank you very much for joining us here on the programme. It's a pleasure to get your insight. We now move on, and President Donald Trump has opened the door for sanctions to be imposed on Nigeria for allegedly failing to rein in the persecution of Christians in the West African country. President Trump announces that he would designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern as it relates to religious freedom, a move that had been pushed by some US lawmakers. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government vehemently rejects the claims, whereas reports suggest that while Christians are among those targeted, the majority of victims of the armed groups are Muslims in Nigeria's Muslim-majority north, where most attacks occur. Okay, we are now joined by Ambassador Mahesh Sachdev, former Indian ambassador. He joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much for joining us, Ambassador Sachdev. How significant is this? Of course, Donald Trump certain states likes to make claims. How credible is this statement that Christians are being persecuted in the West African country of Nigeria?
To quote from his book, The Art of the Deal, Trump's statement is a truthful hyperbole. There's some element of truth, but much of it is hyperbolic. Nigeria is Africa's largest country by population, and the population is almost equally divided between Muslims and Christians. The issues that should be focused on, irrespective of religion, is the Boko Haram insurgency, as well as the unrest between settlers and nomadic people. On both these accounts, Christians have come to be persecuted, if I can use that word, by the anti-government forces. Boko Haram is a Muslim fundamentalist organization, and it wishes to establish Islamic rule over Nigeria, which is a unrealizable concept. It is confined to northeast of the country, where few Christians live, but whenever it can, it does harm them. But the numbers are not large because that is not a Christian area. In the central Nigeria, there are other groups of nomadic tribals, cowherders, etc., who periodically move in search of pastoral lands. And they come in conflict with the settled farmers, many of whom are Christians. Nomadic pastoralists are mostly Muslims of Fulani stock. So between them, whenever clashes take place, Christians are a majority of the people that are hurt because they are the settlers. And on both these accounts, from Boko Haram and from Fulani settlers, the Christians have been disproportionately harmed as compared to Muslims. Muslims are also hurt and devastated, but the numbers are a bit less. Now, let us make it absolutely clear that these clashes happen despite the government and not due to the government. So Mr. Trump using the word genocide or Christians being persecuted, etc., does not stand the ground.
Yeah.
These are terrorist incidents, and Christians happen to be slightly more affected than the Muslims.
Yes, Ambassador Sachdev, thank you very much, as always, for bringing your insight on that. Do stay with us as we have some